Hey guys, back out of Georgia with Jim. We had a good time down there. We're going to move on to New Orleans again with Brannon Lebouef of No Attack Firearms. I'm going to join him also today, and we're going to talk to you guys about selecting the right holster for your needs.
Hi, I'm Brannon Lebouef of No Attack Firearms Training, and today I'm here with Mark Craighead, and we're going to talk to you about some of the options available to you when it comes to choosing a holster or a carry system for your concealed firearm. Now, Mark, there's a plethora of holster options out there.
There's a bunch of them.
Everything from shoulder holsters to ankle holsters, specialty holsters like the Thunderwear, off-body carry options like purses, attachés, shoulder bags from like Maxpedition and 511. Plenty of options. However, I'm sure you would agree, probably the two most common are going to be outside the waistband or inside the waistband.
Absolutely, absolutely. Those are your big ones. That's what we call belt carry. Inside the waistband, IWB. Outside the waistband, OWB. Those are the common acronyms in the industry. Belt carry is just kind of the default because we have a belt in place, hopefully a gun belt that's nice and sturdy, to help support the firearm. Now today, I'm wearing what's called an OWB style, and it happens to be a crossbreed super slide. It's a new product we have out this year. Obviously, it's got a wide backer on it that spreads the weight of the firearm, gives you good support and whatnot. I'm also carrying a matching dual mag carrier that's outside the waistband. Now, the nice things about OWB is you gain a little increased comfort because you don't have anything inside your pants. You gain speed because there's either no or very little garment movement to get out of the way in order to access the weapon. But what you lose is some concealment. You're pretty much forced, whether by law or by social environment, to wear a cover garment. That could just be a light shirt or it might be a jacket. If it's wintertime and you're wearing a heavy jacket anyway, well, that's a bonus. You can carry a pretty big firearm in an OWB and no one will be the wiser. However, if it's a warmer weather like we are down here in Louisiana, I'm just wearing a light shirt over it and I'm still getting a little uncomfortable. So there's sacrifices and there's checks and balances. Generally, it's easier from a concealment standpoint to carry inside the waistband or IWB. However, we have increased clothing considerations and social environment things to be aware of. Right, Brannon?
Absolutely, and that's generally what I tend to carry, Mark, is inside the waistband. Like you said, I'm here in South Louisiana. It's a very humid climate. The opportunities for me to wear a coat are about maybe 3 days a year. So I need to try to have my gun and my carry situation and my gear choices fit around my lifestyle, which includes my environment, includes my wardrobe, includes where I work and the places I find myself in. As you mentioned, what is socially appropriate? If I'm in a business setting where a suit is what is required for me to wear, well, then I have to make sure my carry system is going to be around there. Granted, that opens up outside the waistband carry to me, but again, what if I got to take my sport coat off or I have to take my suit jacket off? What you get with inside the waistband is you're going to get a little more concealability because the holster is generally going to ride closer to the body. It's not going to stick quite as far out. If you have something like a paddle, that's going to push the holster a little bit further out for outside the waistband. And inside the waistband holster, there's designs out there like your Super Tuck that is something that the shirt can actually be tucked in. So a lot of business environments require a tucked-in shirt as part of their dress code. So here I am, completely dressed for a business casual, but I still have a Glock 19 completely concealed inside the waistband holster that allows me to, when I dress properly and set myself up, to go ahead and tuck the shirt in so that the gun basically disappears.
Completely invisible.
Absolutely. And if I'm in a more casual environment, I can still wear a t-shirt or a polo shirt untucked, and all I'm really doing at that point is just adding the step of clearing the cover garment before going to the firearm.
Yep. Absolutely, Brannon. And those are good ideas with belt carry. Obviously, we've got the Super Tuck and the Super Slide, IWB and OWB. But what happens when we run into that situation where we can't exercise any kind of belt carry for whatever the reason may be? What kind of options do we have then?
Right, and that's when we get into what I call alternate forms of carry, and that's going to be things like ankle holsters. If you're wearing some type of long pants, ankle holsters are going to afford you a high degree of concealability, but what you're going to trade for that, because everything's on a sliding scale generally of access and concealability. As you get greater concealability, you tend to lose access. It's going to require a much higher investment in training to try to decrease that gap of time to get to the gun. But it is an option out there, particularly for a second gun if you're someone that carries a backup gun, or there's even rigs out there to carry your spare mag, a small medical kit, or any other type of gear on your ankle.
Yep, there's lots of extra things out there like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your insight, Mark. I appreciate it. Again, guys, as remember, it always comes down to your lifestyle choices and you making a decision for yourself. And as always, remember, be vigilant, be prepared, and be safe.